all a lot of simple tricks and nonsense.
New Year, same fucking Abe and Matt doing the same shit. Hello, welcome back to Simple Tricks and Nonsense. I am one of your hosts, Matt Kearns. And that guy over there is Abraham Flores.
Hello.
Hello. So we had planned on doing our top 10 of the year, but unfortunately, Letterboxd is down, so we have no fucking way of doing that. But we'll probably still talk about our favorites. But Abe wanted me to broadcast my opinion live on air, and so here you go for all of you. Is my opinion on the Super Mario Brothers movie, which I saw on Sunday for the first time, and I didn't like it.
Why?
So one, it's not a Super Mario Brothers movie. It's a Mario movie. Luigi spends like a majority of the film like not even there. It's not even like he has a subplot. Like he's just non-existent. I like the art style. I like some of the sort of references. Like I like how there's the Jumpman arcade and the pizza place, because that's obviously where Mario comes from. Is he was Jumpman in Donkey Kong. I like that he's playing Kid Icarus on an NES. But ultimately, the movie just kind of happened. Like, I get it's a movie that it's aimed towards a younger demographic, so I get it's only like 90 minutes. But yeah, the story just like they bring up the fact that like Princess Peach isn't from there, and I thought it was going to be something, but it was absolutely nothing. Like, I guess they're setting that up for a sequel. And then also Peaches, that like 15-second song is what people lost their minds that it's not being nominated for. Like, I'm sorry, I watched all the credits and I'm like, this isn't even like it's not even like a full song. It's like a couple of bars. Like,
what the fuck?
But hey,
Okay. I don't like that movie that much. I think it's mediocre at best. But that song is cool as fuck.
No, I'm not saying it's not good. I'm not saying Jack Black isn't good, but I'm saying people lost their minds, and it's not even a full song. It's just like
is a full song.
Few lyrics.
Have you listened to the national anthem of any country?
Yeah, America's. And you know what it is? It's not just like Peaches, Mario, Peaches, song's done. Like, it's much longer than that. They never say
Mario in the song. They never say Mario in the song.
I thought he said Mario in the end credits version.
No, I'm pretty sure they know.
I feel like he does. Because again, there's the version that's like in the film, in the story, and then there's the end credits one.
The one in the story is the one in the movie is the one that should count.
Okay. But then that's even shorter than the one that was in the end credits. I mean, whatever.
I would allow me to live. You know?
Look,
that's what we're going to do.
All I'm saying is I'm just Ken's winning that Oscar. So you have to have
Mario. So you can have Mario as your top 21.
Yes, Mario's not... I mean, look, Mario's probably ahead of some other movies that I saw last year, but it ain't...
Like which ones? Drop some names.
Off the top of my head, probably Dial of Destiny. I put it above.
Oh my god, Matthew!
What? Dial of Destiny was. I went into 2023 with Dial of Destiny being my most anticipated film of the year. I am working on a video right now called Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny: How the Mighty Fall. So that should let you know.
You know what's gonna be so funny? What's going to be some funny years? That, I don't know, in like 20, 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do another fucking Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah.
Somebody that's not Harrison Ford.
Mm-hmm.
And people are going to be like, oh, Dial of Destiny is actually pretty good. And he's saying...
Yes, of course. Like,
stick with your fucking opinion.
Look at the prequels. How many people shit on the prequels, but then when the sequel trilogy come in, they're like, yeah, the prequels were actually pretty good. It's like, you don't actually...
It's the same with Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
And again, look, I run a whole show called Second Look. One of the episodes I'm doing this year is on Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I'm all for people going back and revisiting movies that they had sour opinions on and it changing. Again, that happened with me with Solo. Saw it the first time, didn't like it. Now I love it. It happens, but there's this thing to where it's like, particularly Lucasfilm projects, to where we have to hold up pre-Disney Lucasfilm projects that previously you thought were terrible and you were like, oh, George Lucas is so out of touch, he sucks, but now all of a sudden are great. And it's just falseness. And I feel the falseness of it. You could just feel it. You could just feel in the way people talk about it that it's like, you don't actually like the prequels. You're just saying that. And that's not fair to the prequels. For you to just like it.
Really written and I don't know.
But yeah, no, that will 100% happen. And look, there are people like Dial of Destiny, and that's fine. I have no issue. It's like Last Jedi. I have no issue that people like it. It's just, I'm kind of, and again, maybe this is just more a thing, is I'm kind of getting tired of this, like we're allowed to talk about the stuff we like, but we're not allowed to talk about the stuff we hate, particularly if it's something that I like. Like, if I like Dial of Destiny, you're not allowed to say that you don't like it. You're not allowed to say that it's your biggest disappointment of 2023. No, because I love it. It's like, that's fine.
My biggest disappointment of 2023 is looking myself in the mirror.
Well, it's like, well, yeah, that's true. Well, look, we're still doing this. But no, for real, like, it's all these people who were like, oh, we can't do top 10 worst lists of the year. It's like, why not? What is it about 2023 that all of a sudden everybody decided we can't be negative? Like,
are you of the idea that you can make bad art?
That's a great question. My thing is art is subjective, film is subjective. I always use the Mona Lisa as sort of an example, which is, you can go to the Louvre in Paris, and there's people who go and they sit in the Mona Lisa and they're moved to tears by it because it's so beautiful. Then you have people who go to the Mona Lisa and they go, okay, it's nice. And then you have people who they look at it and they go, the paint's kind of chipping there and the colors are a little faded. Movies are the same way. There are movies that you can take one movie and get billions of different reactions to it, ranging from I cry every time I watch it to nah to I like it to it's horrible and I hate it. Like,
who cries watching the Mona Lisa?
I don't think you can make bad art. I think because art is so subjective that what is bad art to you is not exactly bad art to me. And again, like Dial of Destiny is a great example. There's someone out there who that's their favorite film of 2023, and that's fine. And again, that's the other problem going back to this sort of like non-negativity is like, no one's wrong. Like, you're not wrong because you think the movie is good, nor is someone who thinks the movie bad is wrong, because there is no fucking right or wrong about this. Like, there is none. There's right and wrongs of like certain things. Like, it's wrong to drive your car into a group of children. You can't argue that. That's a wrong thing to do. It's wrong to cheat on your taxes. It's like, there are rights and wrongs. That's just what it, here. I prefer to celebrate good movies. I don't want to waste time sitting on bad movies. I don't care if people, and that's fair, Malcolm. That's fine if you don't want to do it. But I have seen this sort of like shunning of people doing worse lists. It's like, why? And I've always said that I think actually it's good to talk about stuff you don't like, because oftentimes discussing the movies that you don't like reminds you why you love the movies you do. Like, me talking about why Dial of Destiny doesn't work reminds me why Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom really work for me. That's talking about why Last Jedi doesn't work for me reminds me why Empire Strikes Back works for me. That's just it. That's just me. Maybe that's just me, but sometimes that does happen. Is there are benefits to talking about things you don't like, and I think that there are a lot of benefits, but a lot of people want to ignore it. And again, because I've always said, there's a danger to over negativity, but there's just as much a danger to over positivity. There's a balance to strike in film and pop culture discussion that I think the internet is pretty fucking terrible at.
So number 10.
I want to hear your opinions on Dial of Destiny because you weren't in our review. I want to hear your opinions on this movie.
I wasn't bored by it. I wasn't impressed, but I found it interesting.
Well, like I never really had this discussion with you. What
like
are
that?
you like? Would you consider yourself a fan of the Indiana Jones
somebody
series?
that's not great on the mythos of Indiana Jones and who is the character? Like whenever they change, like who people are, I just find it interesting, like intriguing. Maybe not like the best or like, oh, this is amazing, but it just makes me question, like, this is an interesting approach. Take me with it. Take me with that. I'll let myself loose to the idea you're presenting myself.
So I watched 3:10 to Yuma yesterday for the first time.
The new one, the remake or the
remake, directed by James Mangold. Watch that. I got to the end. It was like, how'd this guy fuck up Indiana Jones again? That was a brilliant movie. I'm telling you. I was upset that it ended exactly like I thought it was going to end. But you know what's nice sometimes is they don't really do this a lot anymore, is when you just get two really good actors and you just kind of put them in a scene and let them be two really good actors. Like the hotel scene between Bale and Crow. It's just like, yeah, here's a really well-written script and here's two really good actors and we're just going to have them talk. Like, there you go.
I think the problem with a lot of films, dude, like someone like James Mangold, maybe he's not an auteur, right? He's not somebody that is gonna blow your mind with his directing and the style he puts on film, right?
I mean, he's a really good director.
He's extremely good director. Like if you give him a strong script, he's gonna make a great movie. If you can give him a bad script, he's not gonna. I don't think he has it on him to elevate the material.
He's like Ron Howard. Ron Howard, I feel like is exactly very much the same. Ron Howard's a brilliant director if he has a brilliant script to work with. Ron Howard sometimes isn't able to like Steven Spielberg even can get muddy in that, but he is someone who can kind of, in a way, with visuals or something, overcome. But yeah, no, again, because look, dude, one of my favorite movies of all time is Copland, directed by James Mangold. Ford vs. Ferrari, I think, is one of the best movies made in the last 10 years. Like, genuinely, I think that movie is, like, on all levels, just a brilliant work of film. But then, yeah, you look at Logan, like a very well-acclaimed comic movie for very good reasons.
Look at the Wolverine, which maybe not be...
but then, you're right. The Wolverine, which is like, it's fine. Like, it's okay.
Well, there's nothing about it. Like,
how many people... He directed that, right? He did direct Wolverine.
Yeah, he directed the Wolverine.
And how many people are like, they don't even remember that? Because that, it's just like, again, I think that's why, again, I'm not trying to harp on it, and we'll get on off of this. But, like, again, it's like Rian Johnson. I don't hate Rian Johnson. We're going to stop watching James Mangold movies. But, again, having... kind of looking over 2023 movies and everything and ruminating on my biggest disappointment and then watching for the first time 3:10 to Yuma going like, man, jeez.
But like when you see that with Destiny, I don't think the direction is a problem,
No, it's the script. The script is the problem.
Yeah, it's just what they do with the characters.
Well, the script and a lot of the action scenes and the effects are the issue with that movie.
I think the issue is with all Disney movies, dude. Like,
well, yeah, of course, yeah. It's
No, like honestly, those fucking VFX, they have to fucking. I don't care. They last a year in pre-production to manage all those.
I mean, look, it's pretty well documented how Disney is kind of just fucking over VFX departments. Like, it's really, but again, and it's funny because a lot of people try to they try to sort of like go, oh, but it was made during COVID, that's why. And I'm like, dude, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning was also made during COVID, so Shut the
Look
hell up.
at
And
dude, like
you
Dungeons
can't
and
sit there and
Dragons.
tell me that Mission
How
Impossible is on a different level from Indiana Jones. Like Indiana Jones,
they cost almost the same.
but no, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes,
because
yes,
some
yes.
people will be like, "Oh, well, you can't compare them because Mission Impossible's on." I'm like, dude, Indiana Jones is one of the like top tier adventure action movie series that has ever been on film. The first movie literally was nominated for Best Picture in '82. You can't sit there and tell me Mission Impossible. Now, maybe in well, fuck it. We even saw that fucking maybe Mission Impossible. Isn't even that ingratiated with general audiences right now because the Dead Reckoning did not perform well at the box office.
I feel that was more of Barbenheimer killing
Okay,
the
no,
movie.
okay, because people have been saying this. People are like, "Oh, Mission Impossible should have moved." No, it shouldn't have. And here's why: because no one like, okay, yeah, it was a meme, but
No,
like, who would have thought that the 3 hour biopic about the guy who built the atom bomb and a movie about Barbie would have been such crowd pleasers? When
they
you're coming off of Tom Cruise, coming off of Top Gun Maverick, and also Mission Impossible coming off of Fallout. Like, yeah, no shit, they were probably like, yeah, no, I think we'll be fine. And unfortunately, they weren't fine, and hey, it happens. I mean, also
dude,
Dead Reckoning got
that's why it was
Dead
good they
Reckoning
moved the
definitely got
Marvels.
more. Dead Reckoning got way more mixed reviews than Fallout did. It was a little
I
bit,
like Dead Reckoning better.
really. I like Fallout
Yeah.
better, but I like Dead Reckoning. I think again, I'm one of the people I really like Dead Reckoning, but it's also like, you know, whatever. But yeah, no, I have been seeing people saying that, and I'm like, you're saying that right now, but if you're Paramount, like, who the fuck
No,
would
but
know?
like
Who would have known, dude? Even Warner Bros. Didn't know what Barbie. We talked about this on an episode when Barbie went to digital in September. Like Warner Brothers didn't even know that it was going to be that big of a hit. Like it just happens. You just get these movies that just like they just hit. They just hit, and it's to look Star Wars.
just like
Throughout the
my I hit
production,
my mic.
everybody was like, "This is gonna fail." Everybody's telling George Lucas is gonna be shit, and then becomes the biggest movie of all time. Like you just don't know with these things. You just don't know. That's just how film is. You just literally never, ever, ever get to know. I keep checking Letterbox to see if it's.
Me too.
I keep checking Letterbox because I would like to go over our top 10 list, but
No, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
unfortunately.
Do I know my top 10 at the top of my head? I know my number
I
9.
don't know it off the top. The only thing I know off
My
the top of my head
number,
is my top two. That's the only thing I know off the top of my head.
I know my number 2 too.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only thing I know is I
What's
know
my
my
number
top two.
3? I know my number 3.
Yeah, I just that's yeah, I know. That's it.
Have you watched Accepted?
Mike K is here. He says Margot Robbie might be one of the only who knew Barbie was going to be a $1 billion movie. She was being facetious,
Facetious.
facetious,
Facetious.
facetious. Now I can't tell if I'm just a
Facetious.
simple man, so I may not know that word. Or did you get auto corrected there, Mike? Please let us know in the comments below. I mean, hey,
Facetious.
maybe she knew, but did she though? Did she? Or was part of her deal a back end deal on Barbie? So she was. If it was, goddamn, that girl made out well.
Oh no, yeah, she's a producer.
Oh shit. Then yeah, no, that's why she was probably like,
I believe she was the one that brought the
$1 billion.
idea to Warner Bros. Or something like that.
Yeah.
No, no, no. Yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, that movie was at Sunny with Amy Schumer.
Yeah, it was. That was years ago. It was going to be an
Yeah,
Amy
that movie
Schumer
was at
movie.
Sunny, and then she dropped out, and I think they pick up the I don't know the rights or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like
Well, the rights
to
probably
Margot
lack.
Robbie, and because Margot Robbie's production company has a first deal
Mm-hmm.
with Warner,
Yeah,
they
with Warner,
give it.
which makes sense because she's done like Suicide Squad and stuff. It makes sense why she,
Yeah, they
worked with Warner Bros.
like they they're like how you call it?
I think it's kind of like Amblin and Universal in the 90s, to where like pretty much every Amblin movie was a Universal movie, I think, like after Jurassic Park. Because there's Jurassic
Mm.
Park, like Twister is a Universal movie. Like there's a lot. Well, Twister is
Oh,
Warner Bros.
I know what I
Well, that's
was
the
gonna
thing.
say.
Twister is a Warner Bros. Universal production, but I think it's only Universal because that was like, I think at the time Amblin was like their studio was with Universal. Because as far as I know, Steven Spielberg got the rights to Jurassic Park because Universal kind of helped give him the money to buy the rights, and I think
Oh,
that a
Spielberg
deal
has
was
been with
struck between
Universal
Amblin and
for
Universal at that point.
years.
Well, yeah, because you got to think Back to the Future was Amblin movies, and those were all Universal.
And
They
Indiana
might
Jones
very
are
well still have a deal. I don't know.
E.T. is also
Yeah,
Universal.
E.T. Universal again. Like I'm saying, I think Amblin and
Lincoln.
Universal had a deal. They
Lincoln.
might still have a deal, which again, it's like Miramax was owned by Disney. Like a lot of people don't know, Miramax and Disney worked in conjunction with her. Miramax was basically the independent. So like in the 90s, there was like Walt Disney Studios, then there was Touchstone Pictures, and then there was Miramax. Warner Walt Disney obviously being like the premier, like that was where like Little Mermaid, all that stuff. Then Touchstone was like all the stuff that they like thought was too adult for them, you know, or just didn't exactly hit their brand. So like, you know, like a lot of the, you know, like I want to say The Rock was Touchstone. So like that and like Dick Tracy, Rocketeer, stuff like
I
that. And then
think The
Miramax
Rock
was basically
was
like Miramax was basically like the independent arm of Disney.
That's Pulp Fiction.
That's Pulp Fiction. That's Clerks, Chasing Amy, Dogma. Well, I found that out because Kevin
That's
Smith,
your
when he
boy
talks about
Harvey.
Dogma, he talks about oh, I think that was when Katzenberg was still in charge of Disney at that time. Actually, it was in the 90s. Okay, what about Cape Fear? That was a Touchstone film that was Amblin produced. I don't know, Mike. Me and Abe, we don't know shit. We don't know nothing.
Well, it's because I think Scorsese.
I like how you and me. This is what I love about, and this is just you. And I love you, Mike. And I'm not what I'm about to say in this highlighted shit, but this is the internet for you. It's like you and your friend think you have something figured out, and then someone on the internet is like, "Yeah, but what about this? That dispels that rumor." You're like, "Fuck, we have to start all over again."
I think that may be one of those that, like, similar to like the film went to
slip through the cracks.
Like they got dibs on the first movie, and somebody wanted to remake it, so they make a deal, maybe something like that.
I don't know. You know,
Isn't
what?
it Cape Fear is a remake, right?
Yeah, it's a remake.
Yeah,
as far as I'm aware. I've never even seen Cape Fear with De Niro, honestly. If we're being fully honest.
What if we didn't talk anymore until you watch it?
You know what? I bet you there's tons of movies I could bring up that you've never seen.
I know, but there's movies that you have to watch.
This is the friendship with Abe, is like, he'll bring up a movie and be like, you gotta watch this, great movie. And then I'll bring up a movie and he's like, nah.
I don't, yeah, but I straight up say, I'm never gonna watch it.
Yeah, you're just like, fuck you, I'm never gonna watch it.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, but you do care, so that's why I bring it up.
Yeah. And you know what? You recommended me When Harry Met Sally, and that's a great movie. I'm glad I saw it. And I recommended you Necessary Roughness, and you forgot you saw it.
Yeah, watch this thing.
Oh my Lord Almighty! Have
you watched Accepted? I watched Accepted today with Jonah. Yeah, it's about this kid that cheat. Well, they open a college.
Fucking knew that we wanted to do our top 10 list. This is
there's something called IMDb,
but I don't have my fucking top 10 list on IMDb.
Okay, is the app down too? Yeah, still down.
The app? There's a Letterboxd app?
You don't have the app?
No. I just go on the mobile site.
There's an app, Matthew Burns.
Okay, let's see if the app is down.
No, hopefully it's down. I'm looking at it for you.
The app is down too. Fuck me. God damn it.
Why did we reset the app?
Oh. Mike, the Letterboxd app sucks.
I mean, it's not that good, but
Also,
sometimes I don't
dude,
have my phone. Sometimes I have the iPad, and I'm like,
I think I upset Malcolm with my feelings on Dial of Destiny because he left. He hasn't come back. I upset
we're
him.
gonna
I'm sorry, Malcolm.
we're just, dude. It's because, like, like on TV shows, you never start with the main topic on the first block.
Yeah, no, you never. Yeah, you gotta. We've set it up that we're gonna do our top 10 list, and
Yeah,
so now
yeah,
you people gotta wait. You gotta wait
yeah.
for our name
The
bullshit
second
before you
one
get
of
to the real.
simple tricks and
Before you get
nonsense.
through the real meat, and you know what?
Which 20 movies will make Matthews and Abe's top 10 of 2023? Is it gonna be Soy? Maybe. Haunted Mansion. Whatever. I'm thinking of other movies. Dungeons and Dragons. The- That has a honor. Dungeons and Dragons. Honor Among Thieves.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was a movie
That came out in March.
came out in March. Yeah, came out in March. You know what else came in March? St. Patrick's Day.
Me like 27 now. 27 times.
This is also where me and Abe complain about fucking Letterbox. I love Letterbox, actually. I really love Letterbox. I just wish it was
Dude,
fucking working.
I've been like 10 years on Letterboxd now. It
Have you?
amazes me.
I don't even know how much I've been on Letterbox, honestly.
At
There we
least
go.
2015.
Good old Twitter letting us know that Letterbox is down. Good old Twitter letting us know.
Dude, it's like when I know I was gonna make a really bad joke.
What? No, Abe. What has ever stopped you before? I need to hear this joke now that you almost stopped yourself telling. You better tell it now.
No, because it's like it involves your city and an event that happened in 2001.
Okay, that is fucked up. And I need you
Exactly.
to private message it to me. You're not going to say on air, but
airports in 9/11. It's from Twitter right now. That's all I was gonna say.
it's not as in bad taste as I thought it was going to be, but it still is in bad taste. It's fucked up, man. Three of my family.
Look,
4 of my
some
family
kisses.
are first responders. Okay,
Nice.
Stop that. It's messed up, man. It's messed up.
I told you. You asked for it.
I did. No, technically speaking, I asked you to private message it to me, not say it on air.
Well,
Yeah, so while me and Abe wait for the Letterbox to happen.
coming up next.
Me and Abe.
We should make like commercials for this. Like, we have a break and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Who would ever sponsor this? Brought to you by
Well, we have to start selling.
HelloFresh. Simple tricks and nonsense. Brought to you by HelloFresh. Are you a single loser who can't get a date for dinner? That's all right. HelloFresh is here so you can cook on your own. They give you all the ingredients so you don't have to go to the store and socially interact with anyone. That's right. HelloFresh. Hello depression and hello loneliness. HelloFresh. Use code SimpleTrick for 30% off your first order.
You know which fucking ad I hate that people do? Just fucking fake cereals.
What?
Like, oh, they have low sugar. I don't know what the name.
Magic Spoon. Yeah, so it's Magic Spoon. It tastes just like the stuff you say. I can't put no sugar. It's like, dude.
Bro, I want my fucking food. I want my Frosted Flakes. That's what I want.
If I'm eating cereal, which I only do on the weekends now, I want it to be shit. I want See, I'm upset because I was eating Christmas Crunch throughout December. Now I have to get a new cereal. But, like, I want shit. That's what I want. I don't want this fucking, it tastes kind of like it, except if you take away all the, like, real fun of it. It's like, dude.
No, dude, it's like, there's categories among cereal, but it's a tiger and then it's a fucking zebra. Well, nobody wants a zebra.
What's the goddamn zebra? Wait, Tony the Tiger.
Exactly.
Has Frosted Flakes ever actually been proven to help your athletic skills? I actually feel
I
like
have
it
no
have an
fucking
adverse
idea.
effect.
But that fucking sugar milk tastes delicious after.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like Frosted Flakes would have an adverse effect. But all the commercials are always just like some kids playing like T-ball, and Tony's like, "Hey, you want to be better on this fucking sugar cereal?" And then the kid hits like a home run. It's like, I feel like the kid probably would more likely fall asleep after eating a bowl of Frosted Flakes. I can tell you, when I ate Frosted Flakes as a kid and as a 26-year-old, like the last thing I want to do is go do anything athletic.
You know,
Like,
when I was a teenager, dude, I would put fucking
when I was
like
a
not
young
even
boy,
no
my
like
father.
you know the syrup whip,
What?
like maple syrup, but not maple
Yeah.
syrup, like Caro or Cara. I would put it on my frosted flakes. Fucking zero, fucking sugar ass rush, but it was delicious, and I don't regret it
I'm
because
gonna
I'm fat.
quote. I'm gonna quote Jeff Winger from Community. You'll soon know that by another name. It's called diabetes.
No, but I used to. I don't do it anymore.
Oh, okay. You don't do it anymore.
I
It's
just put
called delayed
straight up
diabetes.
sugar now. I just put less processed sugar now.
Yeah, Abe just eats the sugar straight up.
Yeah, yeah.
When I
And
was
pumped.
a young boy, my father took me into the city.
Is Letterboxd still down?
See, yeah, it's still down. Why do you think I'm sing? You think I'd be singing "Welcome to the Black Parade" if Letterboxd was up? No, I'm singing a depressed song because it's depressed.
I know which. No, I don't know. I just try to remember my number 9.
Yeah, I can't remember. I know my top 2, and I kind of know my top 5, but I don't want to fuck up the order of my top 5. This is why lists a letterbox exist, but a letterbox has to work. Son of a bitch. Hey, you want to talk about my day? I had a shit day, but then I got notified this morning that a package I've been waiting for that I ordered on December 16th was coming in. Real excited about it. It was a jacket that I really wanted. Came in, looks absolutely nothing like the thing I ordered. So, that was fun.
You want to know about my day? I've been sick for 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To look at this, a
And
visitor
here's
from
the
the United
sharp.
States reported a problem with Letterbox. The United Kingdom, fucking even Canada's got problems.
I
Son of a
think we
bitch.
have to call the World Health Organization. The WHO.
We gotta call it. Oh shit! Letterbox is back up. It's back up. All right, now we can do our
Yeah.
top 10 list. Now we can
Where
do our
it's
top 10
loading.
list.
I think everybody's like refreshing
Yeah,
at the
everybody.
same time, and the
Fuck it.
servers
I'm
are
on
gonna break.
Letterbox. I don't give a fuck you. I'm on it. I don't care. I'm on Letterbox. Don't tell anybody.
I think look, man. I think we have to tease this, and then we're gonna go over. Or let me do the promo. After the break, Matthew and Abraham will go over the top 10 films of 2023.
I
And you'll
saw
discover
17 movies in
perfect
2023. So
positions.
7 won't make the list.
And on the second hour of the show, we're gonna do a tier list of the top 10 of the top 20 films of 2023 or whatever films. Because
We should do a tier list. We have kind of fun with the tier list. And we actually get into
it's
that
it's
Spider-Man
very
one.
likely if I watch.
That Spider-Man one was pretty good. But Oh, we gotta do
There
another
you
ad.
go.
I forgot. I'm so
Working
sorry. We gotta do another ad. Hey, do you like watching Netflix? Do you want to watch Netflix from another
Yes.
country? ExpressVPN.
Yeah.
What? Hey, I want to watch. I want to watch porn, but I don't want the government to know where I am when I'm watching it. So you know what I use? ExpressVPN.
Do you want to be in?
But
He
it makes
said,
me feel better.
yeah.
ExpressVPN. Use code Simple Tricks and Nonsense to get yourself $15 off your first month of ExpressVPN. No, you get a month free. That's it. Yeah, you get a month free of ExpressVPN. So I don't know. Stop VPNing and express that shit.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do American films. Well, I want to
Yeah,
do a
no
foreign one, which
shit.
has
I
been
saw
popular in
17
America, so
movies.
we
You
can
think I
have a
saw
nice
anything
discussion.
international, Abe? No.
To do it like they do it like on the show with Rock and Nost, where we punt.
Mike K, perfect ad read, 10 out of 10, no notes. We should just keep doing that. We should just keep picking, but it
Just
has to be the ones that just appear everywhere. Like that's why I was like, HelloFresh, ExpressVPN. I
wine
think
cellars. Do you have a select? Have you watched wine cellars?
no,
Where
it's
they
no,
think
you
you
know what
want
it
to
is?
have
It's those fucking Raycon earbuds. That's another one. That'll be our next commercial break. Will be for Raycon earbuds.
Raycon wine cellars.
Um,
Uh,
Blue Apron.
Manscaped.
Yeah,
No, what's
Manscaping. Manscaped, that's one. Chime,
you
the Chime
want your
gift card.
balls to be smooth? Try Manscaped.
Try Manscaped. Oh my god, wait a second. That's you know what? We're gonna go on our commercial break and we got Mint Mobile. And we're talking about Manscaped here, and we're gonna have two
Okay,
of the
okay. Give me a
manliest.
second. Give me a
No,
second.
we're gonna have two of the manliest men talk about Manscaped. That's right, Charlton Heston and
L-
Sean Connery. All right, let's go.
Let me
So,
let me send you to commercial. Let me
yeah,
send you to
yeah,
commercial.
yeah, yeah. Send us to commercial. So,
Coming up next after this break, we're gonna be on the top 10 movies of 2023 from Abe and Matthew.
all right, commercial break.
So, it's Sean Connery here, and as you can see, I have an excellent fucking beard. How do you think I kept it like this? Well, clearly, because I manscaped that shit. And now, I'm not talking about the beard on my face, obviously. I'm talking about the beard for the ladies down there. My good friend Charlton knows what I'm talking about. Charlton? Ah! You goddamn dirty apes, is what I used to call my balls until I tried. Manscaped. That's right,
Mr.
Manscaped.
Connery, I have a bush.
Yes,
I have
yes.
I have a forest down there. What can I do?
You gotta manscape that shit, alright, Money Penny? And everyone's gonna fucking love it. So that's right, Manscaped. Because you're a man, you gotta keep your shit tight. So, what you do is you go to manscaped.com and you use code Simple Tricks and Nonsense and you get a free razor. That's right. Look at how he's doing it over there. And you're gonna love it. Manscaped.
I never been so smooth.
Fuck it.
Now, Abe and Matt, top 10 films of 2023.
Boom. All right. Do you want me to just do my list and then you can do yours? That's like way more fucking expansive on the year of film.
No, cause so that way we can do like commercials in the between the top 10, like
Fucking
when
of
7
course.
comes.
Yeah, we gotta do a Mint Mobile commercial, and then I think that's gotta be it on commercials for the night. We can only have so many commercial ads. All right. So do you want me to do like what my 10 to 6? What do you want me to do here?
Do the 10 to 6.
Okay. So number 10, I have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I think this is a solid movie, but it fails to reach the levels of Guardians 1 and 2 to me. And it's also a movie that it's one of those movies that's like, I watched it, I liked it, I bought it on Blu-ray, and yet I've had no real inclining to watch it again. It's just one of those movies. It's like, it's good. I'm sure I'll get around to. I'm sure I'll do a trilogy like marathon, but it's just kind of fine. I think they make some interesting choices with. I think Gamora is the most interesting choice they make. What they choose to do with her and Quill, but ultimately it's just like just
That's
kind
my
of
number 15.
nice. All right,
I really like I really like the movie.
Sorry. Coming in at number 9, I have No Hard
Number
Feelings.
9.
Jennifer Lawrence doing a R-rated raunchy comedy, and she should really do more of these. She was really, really funny in this. I think the comedy works very strong in the film. I think what lets the movie down is a very predictable last act that kind of it goes through the motions in the way you think it's going to. It's not bad. It's just I was really enjoying the beginning half of the movie. I kept in the back of my mind going, just please don't be this type of movie. And then it became that type of movie. But we got Jennifer Lawrence full frontal. So, of course it's gonna make my top 10.
That's my number 17.
Coming in at number 8, I have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I love the first Shazam. It's one of my top 10 comic book movies, and I really enjoyed this sequel. I think the exploration about family and being a hero and all that stuff, I think is really beautiful. And you know what? This is one of the few movies this year that made me cry. Like, I'm not kidding you, I cried in the theater watching the end bit of this movie. And I think that is a credit to the writing, the directing, and particularly these actors. I thought Helen Mirren was fantastic. She was, she's great in pretty much everything she does. But I think this is, again, I'm not going to sit here and say it was like the greatest comic book movie ever, but for a sequel to Shazam, it gave me everything I wanted. It gave me the characters I love. It gave me the heart that the first movie had. Yeah, I really liked it. Shazam.
That's my 57.
Number 7, I have Barbie. So I was in no way the target audience for this movie, but I enjoyed the hell out of it. Very quotable, very funny, incredible cast, great music, great production. And the message, again, for its intended audience is really good. Yeah, this is a fun one. I think this is going to be one of those movies that it's going to sound weird, but and again, maybe this is a wrong comparison, but I feel like it's going to have a real, what is that? Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Factor?
No, Rocky Horror Picture Show kind of thing to it, to where I feel like this is going to be a movie that, like, in like 10 years times, there's still going to be like screenings of this where you wear pink and you sing along to I'm Just Ken, and like it's just going to be one of those movies. And I think there is something about cultural movies that hit culturally, like Barbie, that I think kind of women and men kind of enjoyed. Again, it was a movie a little bit with its message more catered towards women, but I don't think it alienated men too much. I mean, obviously there are guys who are like, you ain't a real man if you saw Barbie. And I'm like, well, dude, you're texting this from your basement where you haven't seen a woman since you graduated high school. So maybe shut the fuck up. Coming in at number 6, I have Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Wasn't that one number 6?
What?
Wasn't that one number 6?
No, Barbie was number 7. Guardians was number 10. No Hard Feelings was 9.
Yeah, continue.
I know I'm the person who probably rates this the highest in the world. I really enjoyed the hell of this movie. I really, really did. I think Scott Lang is great in this. I love the world it created, the action, the comedy. Like, everything about this movie just worked for me. It's infinitely rewatchable for me. I wrote, to plug my WordPress, I wrote an article about this. Mike K's in the chat. I was on his podcast talking about this movie, which was a super fun chat. I know the problems with this movie. I get why people don't like it, but it's one of those things to where I love it. And it's just like, it just happens like that sometimes, to where there's just like, sometimes it just doesn't work for everybody, but it worked for me. So that's my 10 to 6.
Hello, people. Hi. I feel nervous when I have to talk actually serious about things. Hi.
You got this.
Okay.
You got this.
So my number 10, just for the sake of an American conversation and our audience. Number 10 is Gran Turismo. I was surprised how much I enjoyed that film. I think Neil Blomkamp does something really amazing with the racing sequences, and it does have like the cliche sports.
If you just give me
film
one
aspect.
second,
I'll give you 4. La la la. Now Let Matthew come back so we can continue this conversation. Ah,
Sorry, just like desperately needed water. All right, go back here.
oh,
Talk
I'm
about Gran
sorry.
Turismo. I didn't see that one actually.
What?
That was one to where the
I
trailer
thought
looked
you have
like
watched. I thought you have watched.
no.
It
That
is.
was one of those to where it was like that movie looks like from the trailer, and this is gonna sound weird. And again, this is just how trailers are. I was like, this movie's either gonna be good or it's gonna suck. I feel like this is not gonna be an in between movie.
I think like I just was really, really into it through all the film, even though it's a little bit ridiculous. But I was rooting for my boy, guy, whatever his
Yeah,
name was. Which it gets to a point that it gets emotional, and I just really loved it.
isn't his dad Jaimin Hunsu? Isn't that who his dad
Demo
is?
Hansen, yeah.
Yeah, Jaimin Hunsu. I like
Demo Hansen.
that guy. Is in like so many freaking movies, but he's great, and he's got a really like distinctive voice. So you're always like, oh shit, it's that guy. Dude, you know what he's in? He's
Number
in
9.
freaking if I'm not mistaken, I think he's in Stargate with Kurt Russell. He's one of like the
I have no
guards.
idea.
And all right, whatever. Go on to your number 9.
Number 9, Godzilla
Oh,
minus 1.
Mike K also said Gran
Has-
Turismo was really good. Also, we have 2
Thank you, man.
viewers. One of which is Mike K. The other one, who are you? Who are you? Let us
It's
know
probably
who you are.
Mexican.
It's probably. Is it you?
Godzilla minus 1. No, I really,
not seen this, but
really,
I've heard so many things about it.
it's fantastic Godzilla film. It may be the best Godzilla film I've ever seen in my life.
And it's the only Godzilla
Honestly.
film I've ever seen in my life. No,
I watched. Yeah, I watched several of them. Like even the one that sucks from. What's the name
Dude,
of
to
the
pause for a
Japanese one?
second, how the fuck did I not know that the Kurt Russell Godzilla show on Apple TV started airing? Found that out today, but they're like 5 episodes in or something. I was like, why didn't no one tell me this? I don't like Godzilla, but I'm gonna watch the show for Kurt
Do you
Russell.
want me to answer the? Do you want me to answer that question nicely, or do you want me to answer a question like a nice person?
A nice
Like
person.
actually,
That'd be nice.
because you're dumb, bro.
Yeah.
I
Well.
was gonna say you're stupid, man.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm glad you softened the blow there.
Dumb or stupid?
Go back to Godzilla
Yeah,
minus
fuck
1.
them, bro. Well, Godzilla, I really like how they managed to say on this film, like use this scale of it. It is also a little bit ridiculous for my taste, but I guess it's just a different film. You know, I'm came
Yeah.
from Japan,
Is a kaiju film.
but it's amazing. You should watch it. Like if you get the opportunity to watch it, and you know what it is? It's a war movie. Like it's an interesting approach I've
really?
never seen. Like it's actually treated as a war film, and it's cool as fuck.
Cool.
Like the battles, a lot of the battles take place in the ocean.
Yeah.
So you just get like that chips, big ass chips and everything. Number 8. Anyone but you. You may be asking, what the fuck is this? This is a fucking rom-com with Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, I knew
And
that
I'm a sucker
name
for rom-coms.
somewhere. I knew it. I was talking
And
about
I'm a
that
su-
with
dude, I
a
cannot
friend at the
read.
bar last night. She said she really enjoyed it, and I was like, yeah.
Dude, there was this group of friends, like female, like 3 girls.
Mhm.
I don't want to assume their gender, but they look like they have,
Mhm.
they were females.
Mhm.
I think that I was having a better time than they did. I was smiling the whole time watching this movie.
It's not just
It was-
because freaking what's her name is
Sydney
in it.
Sweeney?
Yeah.
No. It was because of Glenn Powell. Hold on, motherfucker. I have to say.
Dude, we were talking
Also,
about that too. I was
Takes
like,
place in Australia.
look, me and Abe have said this before on the show. We've admitted when a man is attractive. Glenn Powell is an attractive man.
And there's
Also, she should be
yeah,
Indiana Jones next. Just he should.
he's a fucking movie star, and Sydney Sweeney is incredibly. Both of them. It's like a classic rom-com that you enjoy and that you enjoy
Well, he did
watching
that
in the
movie
theater,
with Zoe
and you don't have to
Birch
watch on
years
fucking
ago.
Netflix. I hate when I have to watch movies, fucking rom-coms on Netflix. I want to watch them in the
it's a
theater.
dying film breed, unfortunately.
Exactly, like no hard feelings, and anyone but you. Thank you, Sonny. Keep putting them on. They're gonna make money, and you get like, yeah, put it on Apple
Yeah.
TV, and do I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, they have deal with, dude, like same as no hard feelings. When this goes on Netflix because of the Sonny deal, this is what it's gonna break.
Oh
It's
yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah.
become Netflix
Dude,
shorts.
what is it? No Hard Feelings. I think it's like number 2 right now on Netflix, something like that. Because
There you go.
the
Everybody
Mario
wants to watch
movie
this
is on
film.
there, so it's number 1, I think. But still,
Number
yeah.
7. This is a French film called
Oh,
Anatomy of a Fall. Anatomie du Chagrin.
c'est
I don't
la
know how to.
vie.
Tu
Hey,
puta
I
madre.
took French
That's
since from
Spanish.
7th grade to 12th, so I think I can help you with this. Okay. Je m'appelle Mathieu. J'aime le
This is
cinéma.
literally.
I can count to 10 in French as well.
I can count to 10 in Spanish and English, and I can say fuck you in 2 languages. Is that impressive?
Go back to talking about this French film. Hey, you want to hear something funny?
Okay.
Just
Number
talking
7.
about French was when I was in French
Hey,
class
face.
and I'd be taking like essays. If I didn't know the French word, I would just write the English word and put an E with an accent at the end of it. And my thought process was if it could sound French, it might be French. So like right here, water bottle. If I didn't know, it'd be water bottle. Sorry, I'll mute. Just talk about your movie.
Yeah, that movie was literally about the anatomy of a fall. Well, the premise is about this woman. Well, the husband of the woman, which falls maybe from a cabin or a barn. I don't know how. I don't remember what it was. I think it was a cabin of a barn, and it's a courtroom drama, bro, and it's one of the best ones. Scenes a few good men.
Yeah.
And the other performance are amazing. It's mainly in English. Like it's really like some scenes are in French, but it takes more play. Like it's more of an English language film.
Oh, nice.
Number 6, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I
Mutant
didn't see that one.
Man,
Passed me by this summer.
are you fucking Mexican?
I know. Piece of shit. And it's on Paramount Plus.
You have Paramount Plus?
I do. You do.
You should watch it. Like
I
you
really
should
should.
put it
I
before you
know.
go. Do you have a TV in your room? Do you
Yeah.
have a TV in your room?
Yes. Yes.
You just put it before going to sleep. And
I gotta get 'em
you
really
see that
early.
you're gonna. No, but you'll see you won't go to sleep. You know, it's a nice like animated movies are easy to watch. You don't have
Yeah,
to pay a lot of
no.
attention.
I really wanted to see something. You know what the thing was I was trying to take my cousins to it, but just they're young kids, so their schedules, and then it just passed me by seeing it. But I definitely want to check it out because I'm a massive Turtles fan, and I've heard nothing but great things about the movie. But
So yeah, it's nothing. It just I remember something like I don't like no. It has nothing to do with the conversation.
okay,
It's something my sister
just
said
talk about the movie.
years ago.
Okay,
It's just one of those that.
just talk about.
Oh
the
yeah, I just love the
fucking
brotherhood
Turtles
of
movie.
turtles, and the villain was and the animation is crazy good. Like I really love that style of animation. I don't like that every fucking studio is trying to do the Spider-Man thing, but this one actually does it fucking great,
Mhm.
and I really enjoyed it. So you should watch it. Matthew, let's go to commercial.
What are we selling? Oh yeah, Mint Mobile. This is the last commercial break. We're
No,
selling Mint Mobile.
Raycon.
Do you need earbuds that aren't Apple Pods, AirPods? The Raycon. They're basically the same
Yes.
thing, except they're not Apple.
Oh,
Raycon.
what are they?
Like it
Pineapple?
Raycon. Use code Simple Tricks and Nonsense and get a free charger. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't see a lot of Raycon ads anymore.
Matthew, can we
Yes.
know you're 5 to 4? Well, let's go 2, 2, and 1.
Oh, okay. My 5 to 4. So number 5, I have Oppenheimer. This movie is incredible. It's just a brilliant, like all around. The cast is incredible. The directing, the story, it is really, really, really great. I really like because obviously you look at the trailer and you think it's just going to be about the development of the bomb, but I love how there's always stuff with Robert Downey Jr. that kind of starts it, and then there's this sort of fallout of Oppenheimer, like after the fact and all these things. It is spectacular. And again, it's one of those 3-hour movies that it's weird. There are 3-hour movies that don't feel like they're 3 hours, and then there are 3-hour movies that feel it, but in a good way. You're just like, wow, I just watched something epic here. This was one of those. I just think it's a brilliant, brilliant movie.
I don't have Oppenheimer on my top 10. Spoiler alert.
Wow, that's actually genuinely surprising.
Yeah, it's because I actually have I have Japanese ties, and I gotta find offensive. My top 19. No, but I wanted to say because I will have an opportunity.
Technically speaking, Oppenheimer does Japan.
I think it's a really fucking good movie that I just wasn't like that captivated by it. I feel like if I were watching like when I'm 37 and divorced for the first time, I'm really gonna like it.
37 divorce. What do you? Hey, that's 11 years from now.
And there you go. I have to get married, dude. You can get divorced in 2 months.
I know. But you think you're gonna find a woman in 11 years and then divorce her that fast?
I'm giving you an example. No, but I do feel like a lot of the really no, but like the black and white, everything that's not about the making of the bomb, but more the consequences of it. The trial with fucking what's the name of the guy? Clark, the guy Jason Clark. Jason Clark. I find him so that the scenes with him.
Oh, he's fantastic.
I love his scenes and the same as Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, Robert Downey Jr. is. He's got to get nominated for this, right?
He's gonna get the Oscar. Number 4, Matthew.
Number 4 for me is Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. I think this movie is incredibly sweet and in a day and age to where like all movies have to be like big, bombastic, like superhero movies or action movies or Oppenheimer and all this stuff. Like, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. It's just like, again, I said, it's just a really sweet movie of this girl who moves from the city to the suburbs and starts a new school and finds a new friend group and kind of just tries to do what we all tried to do as kids and even adults, which is just find our place in the world, to exist. And I think the performances from everybody in this movie is fantastic. I think the writing, it's funny, it's cute, it's a nice movie, and I really, really loved it.
If you would have told me when I watched that movie that's not gonna be in my top 10, I would have been really surprised. But that just sucks that I watched a shit ton of movies in December that I was really in love with. And Are You There? God, Margaret. It's amazing and people should watch it.
Yeah, it is.
Number 5, Abraham. This is the biggest disagreement of the show that we didn't have a discussion on, and I'm not willing to do it because it's gonna get ugly and maybe get personal.
Okay. What's your number 5?
Killers of the Flower Moon, which is directed by my guy.
But you forgot about this movie. The way I remember when I tried to talk to you about this movie, you're like, I kind of forgot about it.
Oh yeah, because I know you don't like it, so I don't want to fight.
No, I
need to go blow my nose.
I like it. I not the last act.
I need to go blow my nose because I cannot fucking put a sentence without.
While you do that, I'll read my case comment here. My case says, I had Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, in my top 10 for most of the summer. It's just so delightful, and Rachel McAdams is incredible, and that's for real. Yes, she is. I mean, Rachel McAdams is pretty incredible in everything she does. She's one of those actresses that just like, I think it's rare you get a bad performance out of her. She's good. You see Rachel McAdams on the call list, and you're like, probably going to be really good. Yeah, Killers of the Flower Moon. I think 2 episodes ago, maybe an episode ago. I don't know. We talked about it. I'll let Abe give his thoughts and feelings, but he also has like a massive man crush on Martin Scorsese, so I'm surprised it's not higher than number 5 on his list. He's got to talk about cinema. Cinema. I'm a dick. Also, didn't he say he was blowing his nose? I don't know why he had to like mute and turn off his camera. Oh my god, guys. Look at this. Floam. Do you guys remember Floam? This is what pops up on my Twitter account. It's just Floam. Look at that. It's Floam. Talk about those infomercials that would be on Nickelodeon. You'd be like, man, I need that. I need Floam. I gotta get it. I gotta get Floam. Never got Floam. I never got Floam. Never got Gak. Never got Nickelodeon Slime. Never got any of that. Yeah, never have I. It's just what happens. You open Twitter and just somebody shares something. You're just like, Jesus. You just unlocked a memory that I have stored away for years. So that's the problem with cable TV. That's the problem with streaming as well, is all these kids are not going to have stuff like that, you know? You know, they're not going to have like those commercials that everyone saw and, you know, few actually got the product and some, you know, but like everyone remembers the commercials even if they don't own the thing. Like, you know, kids today, I mean, half of them are watching stuff about commercials anyway, which always boggles my mind of like, how do kids make Christmas lists now? Like, there's no Toys R Us wish book. Like, they're not watching commercials. How is it just YouTube? Is it those freaking like, you know, kids who their parents are forcing them to make YouTube videos? Is that the only way they know what they want for Christmas? God, I feel really lucky that I was born in the 90s. Gotta be honest. If I was born in the 2010s, life would suck. Just saying. Just saying here. This is what happens when Abe just disappears. Oh, he's back.
Good.
What's up?
Laundry on the. I had laundry and I put it on the.
Oh, okay. I was
dryer.
gonna say you said you.
I blew my nose. I blew my nose and I went to grab some totopos.
That's fine. Okay, talk about Killers of the Flower Moon. Is it cinema?
Indeed, it's cinema.
It is.
You said it about Oppenheimer, movies that don't feel 3 hours. This is one of it. This is a movie that grabs you for the whole time, and it has an incredible performance by Lily Gladstone.
Mhm.
That's similar to my second film on the list, which I won't spoil it. It just shows the pain, like the pain of of somebody that's losing his family through time. Really similar characters on my second.
Fascinating.
But I
Lily
just loved
Gladstone better get nominated for that movie.
Also, Martin Scorsese just flex his fucking like director's fucking.
Like, okay, here's the thing. Scorsese's gonna get nominated for director. I really think Lily Gladstone should get nominated, and I think De Niro should get nominated. DiCaprio, I think he's gonna. I feel like he's probably gonna get nominated, but he really shouldn't. That's just me. I mean, I think talking about nominated,
I don't know.
I think Cillian Murphy is probably gonna win.
You want to know something? It sounds weird, but I just feel DiCaprio was kind of the
He was the weak link.
least interesting part.
Yeah, he just
Yeah. I don't want to use that word, but
like De Niro, I was really fascinated in his character of like when you're first introduced to him, he seems like this like pillar of the community. Like he's the outsider, but has been welcomed in because for years he's been so helpful. You know, like there's that scene when there's like the council of all the Native Americans and everything. He's there and they're like, we thank you for all your help. Like he's ingratiated into them. And then you just realize that like he's a piece of shit that is like misusing these people. And that's like kind of his MO. And I really like that. He plays, and again, he plays both sides really, really well. And yeah, DiCaprio just is like, the problem I have with DiCaprio is like there's no slow decline into the evil. And it again, I'm not saying everybody look, Patrick Bateman, American Psycho doesn't have a slow decline into evil. Like I'm not saying you need one, but this character for the movie it was doing, and I know it's based off of a book, it's based off of real events, but like it felt like they wanted him to be that like Henry Hillish, like he kind of starts off a little shitty, but then you really see like him really progress into like, you know, literally poisoning his wife to get her money. It just I don't know.
It doesn't have the moral dilemma. Like he just do it.
Yeah, he just kind of does
But
it.
do you feel like, well, that's set up like from the beginning, like that
I
first
guess.
conversation he has with his psycho?
I think that's the thing.
Like
It's just
they know what the fuck they're doing.
I just wasn't very interested in him, and it also I love DiCaprio, but like I think it also does come down to performance as well. His performance just didn't grip me really. You know, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Number
hey,
4.
you know, I get it. Number 4.
So this is another comedy, because of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's about this group of girls who wanted to defend themselves against the boys of high school, make
Mm-hmm.
a club to defend
Yes.
themselves. And it's fucking amazing. Have you watched it? So I think it's on Prime Video.
Oh,
It's just
is it?
incredibly funny, dude. I like comedies, but I don't laugh that much in comedies.
Mhm.
Honestly, like I'm not somebody that easily laughs at things. Just Mexicans.
What do you mean? I make you laugh all the time at this podcast. Shut the hell up.
Well,
Dude,
it's
all I
more
have to say
like
is- Cock. You just start
that's
fucking
nervous
losing.
laughter. I feel like harassed when you say that. You know
Uh-oh.
when you slap a girl's cheek and they laugh.
No, can't say I've ever had that experience. because
Yeah,
I've
I've never done that either. I was just making a point.
Okay.
But with movies,
Yeah.
I was just really fucking floored with it, and it's from the same
Yeah.
director of Shiva Baby. I don't know if you're watching.
I'm sorry.
But it's also
What was that word you just said? Sounded
Shiva
like you said
Baby. Oh,
Shiva baby.
Siva Baby. I don't know how
Siva
it's
baby?
pronounced. Siva
Shiva
Baby. Man. Look, I'll write it to you. How
That's
will you
right.
pronounce
It's
it?
because fucking I don't even know what letters to punch into Google.
I think it's Shiva Baby.
Whatever. Well, look, Shiva baby. All right, just continue with talking about bottoms. That's the name of the movie, right?
And it just ends on it just ends in this fucking clash between a football team and a group of girls.
Nice. Can imagine how
And-
that ends.
And it's just nuts as fuck, and I loved it, and I will fucking say it all until the end of my day. This is a better feminist film than Barbie.
Wow, Abe, as a man, I feel like you're probably not the person who can speak on that, but
I do not care. I have boobs too.
there you go, feminist. Oh my god, do you ever watch Practical Jokers?
Yes, I watched some of the.
One of the best punishments is when Q has to go on the panel with women and just disagree with them. Which again, I love the YouTube comment to where they were like, just imagine a punishment is just Q having to disagree with women, but the best is when he's being introduced and it's like in his award-winning blog, brother of the sisterhood. That's Abe, brother of the sisterhood.
Yeah. They're Canadian, right?
What? No, they're from New Jersey or Staten Island.
Yeah.
They're East Coast.
Matthew,
They're
now we're gonna go 1 and 1. Give me your number 3, which I think it's
The number
probably
3
gonna
is
be the
Mission
same.
Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1.
We have the exact same film.
Really? Yeah.
Number
Again, it's really nice to know that like quality action movies can still be made in a
Exactly.
world where CGI just runs rampant. Like it's really cool to know that there are still people who can competently make action movies. The story was It was good, but honestly, I think Cruise just has this franchise down. I think Haley Atwell was a fantastic addition to this. The actress who's I'm not even gonna attempt to
Pon
pronounce.
Clementia.
Yeah, she's
Clementia.
really good,
I think
and
it's French. You're French.
she has like no lines in the movie, and so she has to let her physicality speak for herself. The rest of the cast too, that Ving Rhames and all of them, they're obviously great. There's stuff that the movie does that I'm not a super big fan of, but overall, like I said when I was on my friend Michael's channel talking about all the Mission Impossible movies, this movie just has a sense of epicness to its storytelling and filmmaking, and I'm really excited to see the follow-up to this. I'm like really excited to see what happens.
I think
I
as
saw
you
this movie
said
twice.
it,
I don't go back and watch movies more than once, and I saw Mission Impossible twice.
as you say it succeeds of being this phenomenon, to
Yeah.
put it one way, of action film that we usually don't get anymore. That
Yeah,
has been reserved to those like John Wicks, which are big films, but still like on a but like we don't get PG-13 films like adventure films that are not full of CGI. I know
yeah.
this movie is probably full of CGI too, but
It
like
has CG,
it
but there's a
doesn't feel like
practical.
it. It feels
Okay,
real. It feels
but
real.
this is the
It's
thing.
like
The
a
Mission
James Bond
Impossible
movie.
movies, what they do with their CGI is what CGI should be, which is it can
Enhance.
enhance things. But the unfortunate thing is, like most times, people just think filming in a green box, the CGI will do it all, and sometimes it does, but a lot of times it doesn't. CGI can enhance things. It can remove the
Especially
wires. It can, to make the action just seem again, perfect example is the motorcycle dive off the cliff. We've all seen the behind the scenes featurette, so we know how they did it. It was a real stunt. The CGI just basically made it so that the stunt could be safer to actually film, but it doesn't, you like they didn't have to sacrifice a stunt because of safety, but it could still look like what
no,
they
so that
needed
guy
to
is
look like.
crazy. The guy
Yeah,
that
Tom
does
Cruise
it is
is out
crazy.
of his mind. Is going to kill himself doing one of these movies.
And
Mission
it's
Impossible
gonna be
8,
a
isn't
hell
that
of a
supposed to be the
story.
last one? Like, I have feel. Well, no, there's a movie he wants to shoot in space about this like family. That's the movie that I think Tom Cruise is going to like kill himself on. Like, it's literally going into space. And you know what? Honestly, I kind of think that's how Cruise wants to go out. Like, I think Tom Cruise wants to be like posthumously remembered. Like I don't think Cruise wants to be around for when his last movie comes out. That makes any sense. Like, I think he wants to go to space, shoot the movie, finish the movie, and then do like a dive out of like the space shuttle and just like plummet to Earth and die, but get it
I
caught
think
on
it's
film.
gonna
27 cameras.
go. I think he's gonna go into like, like he's gonna go in a different space of his career, like he did like at the end of the '90s, early 2000s,
You think
like
he's
the
gonna try to do
Magnolia.
Oscar runs again? I
Well,
thought
not
Magnolia
Oscar,
gave up after that.
not Oscar roles, but like being,
More
you know,
introspective, like collateral
yeah,
type stuff.
like
You know what?
like
I'm here for
working,
that.
like
Dude, people don't give
like
it credit.
being.
Tom Cruise is a great actor. Like people really
He's
don't
an
give that guy credit.
extraordinary
He's an
actor.
extraordinary actor. And again, yeah, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
What
It's
was the
just
last movie that he did? Like probably Valkyrie that I haven't watched.
what? What do you mean? The last
He
movie that he
did.
what?
Like he did that. It's like a drama. Well, you can say American Made. That's
Yeah,
kind of a
American
drama.
Made, but American Made was okay.
I haven't watched Oblivion. Interesting.
Yeah, I never saw that one. I was
Or
wondering
Jack
about the
Reacher.
trailer.
Never. Been-
Jack Reacher, it's good. It's obviously now with the show, it's like significantly not as good because like Alan Richardson is just like owns that character and is just like so freaking good. But it's a good movie. I never saw the sequel, but the first one's good. First one's solid. But yeah, no, he's a great actor. The movie's great. It's like it's just a good time at the movie.
I think it's gonna come of the like after his career, he's gonna probably like work with like, Ed Swick and Chris McQuarrie. Ed Swick, the guy
Oh
that
yeah,
directed Top
100%.
Gun.
I
Like
feel
he's
like
gonna work
when
with those directors that he usually
when
works good.
Cruise is done with the Mission Impossibles and Top Guns and all that, he's going to get into that. I genuinely believe this. He's going to get into that point of
Oh,
career
Ed
to where
Speak is from Last Samurai. Sorry.
this is the thing. He's going to get into that point of his career to where he's going to be the and actor in like dramas, and he's going to just really kill it every time he pops up. You know, like he's going to be that guy to where it's just like, and Tom Cruise, and you're like, oh shit, we're going to get another movie with him. And maybe he doesn't get nominated for an Oscar, but it doesn't matter. He's just going to turn out like a really good performance.
Oh, they're doing a Formula One movie with the director of Top Gun Maverick. Interesting.
Isn't that the Brad Pitt movie?
Yes.
Yeah. I had
Número dos, Matthew.
Oh yeah, my number 2. So I have been going back and forth with this for a very, 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 very long time. I have been going back and forth with my number 1 and my number 2. For right now, I'm going to say my number 2 is Air. I think Air is a simple movie, but it is
Extremely effective.
Dude, it's effective because the cast is so fucking good. And it gets you interested into something that I never thought I would be interested in, which is like how Nike like got Michael Jordan. You know, like you don't think from the concept it's going to be super interesting, but it is. And it's Damon and Affleck and Bateman and everybody is Viola Davis. It's just like the script I think is really, really tight. I think it really has this great like underdog kind of story to it, to where they really like at the beginning of the movie, they really show you how like Nike like kind of was in the shitter when it came to like basketball shoes. Like they really were nothing. And again, Damon's great, and what I appreciate about his character is like he knows that like this is all he's good at. Like he even says that when him and Bateman or him and Jason Bateman are talking, and he's like, you know, you were like you know you're great at marketing, like you're all this, like you can't really put what I do on a resume, like. And then you have Affleck, who like I really like that fight between them, to where it's like Damon is just about like his job in the basketball program and all this, to where Affleck has to deal with like the real business shit, like the stockholders and all this. And like, I love that moment where he's like, I told you shouldn't have taken the company public. And like, it's a fight that like, you can really tell they're old friends. And you can tell that like, he knew Affleck when he was selling the shoes out of his store. I think, again, this just continues to show that Ben Affleck is quite possibly the greatest actor turned director ever, because the guy just is able to just make art out of this stuff. Like he really doesn't get the credit he deserves for being such a good director. And I think Air shows it. It is a simple premise that is elevated by great cinematography and great storytelling and superb acting. And unfortunately, I feel like I love this movie, but I feel like this movie is kind of like it had a small theatrical run because it was an Amazon movie. And I just feel like a lot of people have just kind of forgotten Air existed, which is sad.
I love that movie. It's my number 14.
Nice.
As a Nike enthusiast, as a Jordan fanatic of the brand,
Yeah.
that even becomes unhealthy at times.
Yeah.
I really appreciated the film. And it's really funny.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
and you
dude,
really
that moment when Ben Affleck he goes into the cafe and he just like quietly like takes the chips, even though nobody's there, and he's the president of the company, but he just like is like he just like puts it in his pocket and walks away.
Yeah. And I really love Matt Damon in it. I really like Jason Bateman and the guy that plays the agent.
Yeah, the guy who plays the agent is great.
And Viola Davis is incredible in it.
Yeah, but she's just dude. That scene when
she has
they're on the phone.
I mean, she doesn't have that much of. It's just dialogue, dude. Nothing happens.
Yeah,
I mean, happens, but nothing happens. You know.
Yeah, it's one of those great dialogue-driven movies where it's like, in the grand scheme, nothing's really happening. You know, it's
yeah.
What is it? You know what? It's funny. there's a connectiveness to Moneyball, which is like it's kind of just like we're talking about these like like rich people who aren't quite as rich as other people. That's like kind of what it is, and it's like that's who our
everything
characters
happens
are.
everything happens in an office, and like I don't. There's moments, especially that final conversation Affleck and Damon have.
Yeah.
I think when he says how much he offered the Jordans,
Mhm.
that Ben Affleck does incredible work with the camera. I remember being
Well, no,
frustrated.
it's when he's talking about what Viola Davis asked, which is a
Oh
percentage
yes,
of the
yes,
earning,
yes.
and that's
That
like
final confrontation.
they don't do that. Yeah, but
Yeah,
But again, dude, this is like Affleck and Damon are just incredible actors, and it's like give
and
two again. You
they
give
didn't
two.
wrote it
I
up.
was talking about this street Tim Yuma. Isn't it nice when you could just get two really great actors with a really great script and just let them go? You know?
Yeah.
And that's what happened. It's yeah.
So do you want to go on that? Because my dog wants to get in. Give me a second.
What do we even? Oh yeah, Mint Mobile. I guess that's the last ad we have. Hi. I'm not Ryan Reynolds because we can afford Ryan Reynolds to be on here, but Mint Mobile. Do you have a phone? Do you have a cell service? Do you want a cell service that is maybe cheaper? I don't know. I kind of feel like with all these cell service things, there's a bunch of asterisks that go with the price, but hey, Mint Mobile might be a good one for you. I mean, the guy who plays Deadpool does it, and he's like super rich even without this company, so I guess you should trust him. Mint Mobile. Use code Simple Tricks and get a free 1980s brick phone.
Número 2.
Okay.
I'll tell you this, and I mentioned it with Killers of Flower Moon.
Yeah.
This movie is about pain and suffering and holding everything in. And it really talks to men like us.
Yeah.
Like, no, it really touched me. It's the one you said you really wanted to watch, and I watched it. Because I actually did my homework. Yes. Say it with me.
The Holdovers?
No. The Iron Claw.
What is it? What?
The Iron Claw.
Oh, Iron
Second
Claw.
one.
Okay. Iron
It's
Claw. I have
incredible
not
too.
seen it yet. I know.
Like,
I've heard
it's
nothing
just-
but great things about it.
Yeah, it is. Fuck, I want to cry now.
Oh,
It's
wait.
just-
No, time out. You like it just because Lily James is in it.
I didn't know she was in it. So I was pleasantly surprised. That
You didn't know she was
added
in
to
it?
the experience.
Yeah.
I had no idea she was in it.
You
That
were like,
definitely
"Mother
added to the
movie," and then
experience.
she pops up, you're like, oh shit.
And there's nothing harder than she making like a Texan accent.
Yeah.
Now I have a new fetish.
I've been seeing that a lot, and I made a tweet about it to where it's like, you know what my type is, and it's blah blah blah. Abe, it's Lily James in Iron Claw with a Texas accent. There you go. Continue talking about it. Like I said, I really desperately want to see this movie.
Look, do you have plans tomorrow?
Gotta work.
What else?
Work.
Well, cancel that and go to watch the Iron Claw.
Yeah, really do that. You know what?
Call
I'm
in
not
sick.
I'm not working Saturday, so I might go and see it at like a matinee show if I can. Again, unfortunately, it's not a big blockbuster, so who's to know if it's even playing in theaters anymore? Excuse me. High School Musical 2. Get out of here. I will hear nothing.
Oh, but you're just going serious again, because
Yeah.
art.
I know. I'm looking
Like-
up. I'm genuinely. Yeah, there's a. Let me see if there's a.
It's a real. I mean,
There's
of
a
course, it's a
12
really.
showing on
Just
on
go.
Saturday. Oh my God.
Just go.
Oh, wait a second. Friday. I don't work in the mornings. There's a
Just
12
go.
I might go Friday
Okay.
morning. There's 12:55.
Let Matthew fucking schedule his theater visit. Let me continue talking about the Iron Claw.
Yeah.
it's a really manly film because, of course, because it talks about wrestling, and it talks how we're taught, or we used to, hopefully not anymore, but like I don't know if it happened to you that we're taught
Yeah,
like
old
you have to
school
hold
machismo. Yeah.
hold the pain. You're not able to to show any pain as a
Mm-hmm.
guy. You're not
Mm-hmm.
able to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And that movie does that because it's a tragic story about this family that keeps losing. It's a member of the. I mean, spoilers. I don't know if you know them, but I can't.
I've
I
been
had no idea.
spoiled because a lot of people like the minute this trailer came out, a lot of people were like, "Well, if you know anything about the real family, you know this movie is gonna end on a downer." And I was like, "Well, that's great." And then like all those like
A-
articles come out to where they just spoil what happens to the family. I'm like, great.
and you can. I mean, like there's no crying in this film,
Yeah.
and you can clearly see that everybody's holding something the whole time. Like all the performances. Just one character, Lily James' character, doesn't because she's not part of the family technically.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But like
Years
you can
into
see
it.
how everybody holds those feelings of
Yeah.
pain and sadness, and when they finally break,
Yeah.
it just grabs you. I think we have to say number one.
Do we? What's your number one?
Does it have a guy that smells like fish?
Yes. Oh my god, do we actually have the same number one? It's the
Yes,
holdovers?
fisherman. The fisherman.
The fisherman?
You haven't watched it?
No.
It's a movie from Bulgaria.
Nice. What's it about? A fisherman? Is
It's
that
about
actually your
this.
number one?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Talk about it then.
No, I'm kidding. It's a holdovers.
Woo! Nice. Let's
I
talk about
cry
this incredible. Yeah, me too. It is
at the end.
okay. So I am somebody who the last 2 years have been very, very difficult for me. And Christmas used to be my favorite time of year. And this past Christmas did improve, but I was able to connect on that, like being depressed during the happiest time of year. And it is three people who are in different bad places in their lives that through their pain are able to connect and to learn. And God, it's funny. Like it's a really funny movie, but it's that real like internal stuff that I love in this. Like that moment when when he angers the guys at the bar and Paul G. Marty buys him a drink and then he's like chastising him about it. And then he's like, Barn boys don't go to Vietnam, okay? They go to Cornell, they go to Harvard, they don't go to Vietnam. Like basically like, kid, shut up. Like he lost a hand, okay? Be quiet. And again, like I and Abe knows this, and I hope you don't laugh because I am being serious, but like I'm a weird person, and so I connect with Paul Giamatti on that. Like Paul Giamatti knows exactly what his social shortcomings are, and that's the thing is like a lot of times people think when they call out socially awkward people that like they somehow don't know, and it's like you know what? 9 out of 10 socially awkward people know exactly what their problems are, but a lot of times it's stuff they have no control over. Like he talks about it, he's like, yeah, I know I smell. I've had it since I was a kid. There's nothing I can do about it. Like, there's nothing I can do. And I really love this movie. I watched it in theaters. I watched it with my mother and my grandmother, and it's that second viewing. I was like, God, this movie is so fantastic. I know a lot of people have seen it. I know it's got a lot of great reviews, but I really just hope this is a movie that more people watch, that more people talk about, because it's so dude, the soundtrack and the cinematography, like that first opening shots of the school with the song is just like so I rented this on because it's one of those like in theaters but you can rent on Amazon, and so I had it for like 48 hours. Dude, there were just scenes that I just went back and watched
You
bits
know
of.
it's on Peacock.
What? Oh, it's on
You know
Peacock
it.
too?
Yes,
Really?
yes. They just
I
put
don't
it
know
on.
that.
Well,
That's awesome. No, because like there were just scenes. Well, it's on. I think it came out on Blu-ray or it's coming out very soon.
No, but it's on Peacock. I know it's on Peacock.
Well, I need to pick up the Blu-ray if it's out on Blu-ray. But regardless, the point of fact is like that's what I love, and that's why ultimately it's my favorite movie of the year because like, dude, when there's just a movie's good when there's just minuscule moments you want to just go back and rewatch, you know. Like either it's the way a line was delivered, or a way a shot was, or a way a song is used. That's when you know you have a great movie. And The Holdovers is a great, spectacular film.
I just really liked it.
Yeah.
No, I think you said it, but it's about a movie that everybody has their own battle.
Yeah.
Like no matter who, like we all carrying something, and we usually don't know about it. Like we don't know what other people are going through, and it's through time and like compassion that you're aware of other people's problem, and you're able to connect on that way. Like at the moment when Paul Giamatti sees his, like he says that what's the name of the kid? I forget.
Yeah. Angus.
With Angus, when he sees Angus is taking the same medication, and then he grabs his bag and
Yeah,
grabs the
he sees
medication.
the med,
That's
and Angus
that.
is embarrassed because he doesn't want to know, and then it just cuts to him taking the exact same pills.
Yeah, it's just like we can be more similar than we actually think, and we don't have to judge people.
The moment right at the end when Angus is outside of the dean's office, and I'm sorry, a lot of the characters' names just aren't, but when the lunch lady comes and he just says, military academy, and she just sits and just puts out her
Mary.
hand. Mary, she just puts out her hand and he just holds it because like she knows if he goes, because at the time period is what happened to her son can very easily happen to him. And it's just like there's no talking, it's just so quiet. And again, even small things like Paul Giamatti when he's at the Christmas party and there's the secretary that he likes who invites him. That moment when her, I guess, boyfriend or whatever comes, that moment of him just slumping in the
That was so
couch,
funny.
like
That
that's
was
just
so
like
funny.
the way Paul Giamatti plays it is just like,
That's just
well,
disappointment.
damn it. Like, yeah, it's just like, well, all right, that's great. Like, yeah, man, it's just really good, man. It's really, really good. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it's extremely well made
It is. It's extremely well
and
made.
incredibly well written.
Yeah, and again, it's funny too. Like there are a lot of moments to where it's like really, really funny, but it just strikes that perfect balance. And yeah, and you know what? Yeah, again, in here where there are a lot of highs and lows, like the last movie I saw in theaters ended up being my favorite, and you know what? That happens, and it's yeah,
I wouldn't watch on theaters. I watch on like on Peacock, on a
yeah,
VPN Peacock account.
yeah.
Cause
Well, I saw it in theaters.
what's the name of NordVPN? What's the name? NordVPN,
ExpressVPN.
ExpressVPN, the sponsor of this shows. Thank you for giving us Peacock to us
But yeah,
Mexicans.
the holdovers. So yeah, so that's mine and Abe's top 10 films of 2023. Obviously, Abe's is, I think, a little bit more balanced because he saw more. But again, like I said, honestly, I saw 17
Like
movies and
80 more movies.
I saw 17 movies in of 2023 releases, which that's honestly there's most years I'm not even able to do a top 10 list. And like, like last year I was able to do a top 10 because I saw exactly 10 films. This year, like I said, there were 7 movies that I was able to leave out. And so that's impressive for me. I hope this year I see more. Yeah. So if you have your top 10 lists or your favorite movie, let us know. Even though nobody
Put it
really
in the
watches this,
comment
I don't
section
really care.
below.
Yeah, leave it in the comments section below. Mike has been in the chat. He says Dominic Sessa is a name we all need to remember. And let me
That's a
just
kid.
see.
That plays
Yeah,
a
I was
kid.
thinking that's Angus. I was gonna say I thought it was probably Angus, but yeah, no, it's man. The movie's just really, really, really good. Like it's a really, really, really good movie. It's the type of thing that, like, honestly, I kind of just want to watch it again. And that goes back to Air being my number 1 and 2 flip flopping. It's just like 2 movies that I just like really just want to like. I said this when I saw the 2021 West Side Story for the first time, which is like, if the movie was to just auto play again, I would not touch the remote. I just let it happen. And that, I think, is just the sign of really good movies, when you're just like, yeah, man, that's just really, really good. Yeah. So we don't have any more sponsors. So I don't know what to do now, Abe. Now we're gonna take our top 10 list together and we're gonna do a tier list. No, not gonna do that.
Fuck the Mexicans.
Talking about movies that, well, are there any honorable mentions for you, Abe, that just didn't make your list?
I think you mentioned a couple of them. Well, I can talk you. Okay, so some American for them. No, dude. I honestly, dude. I think you mentioned like I have
Yeah.
foreign films. Like I have like one Mexican film that's called Señora Influencer, Miss Influencer, if you want to call it. It's about this woman that's it's mentally impaired, to put it one way. She has some condition, and she just wants to become an influencer, and she gets caught on this fake relationship with other influencers,
Yeah.
and she turns into like a Joker like character, if you
Mhm.
want to put it one way. And it turns like it just shifts tone incredibly, and I feel it's fucking incredible. Like I know you don't watch Mexican film, but like
Yeah.
as someone that kind of knows Mexican and how bad like Mexican cinema has been lately,
Yeah.
especially like on those romantic comedies, that one
Yeah.
falls in. Uh, One that's a Sundance premiere called Radical. It's about this teacher, also Mexican film. It's about
Mhm.
this teacher that implements a different style of teaching for their kids, for his students,
Mhm.
and the challenges he faces on like a Mexican community that doesn't have the necessary resources to
Yeah.
do it. And that movie just feels real, dude. Like, cause I didn't grow up like on a like a low resources place or
Yeah.
school and stuff like that. But I recognize a lot of how the interactions are, and it just feels fresh. Cause sometimes you watch in any film like use schools that does not seem real to the normal person, and that
Yeah.
one does, and it has an incredible performance. But Eugene is their best. And yes, just that Barbie. I really like Wonka. Like if I have
I
to
haven't
put it
seen it
like
yet.
on 20, I was really impressed by Wonka. I really like
There's a lot.
Timothée Chalamet.
There's Off the top of my head, of movies that I haven't seen from 2021 that I 2020. I'm sorry, 2023, that I haven't seen. Still, Michael J. Fox movie. Really want to see that.
Which
Just haven't gotten around to it.
what movie?
Uh,
Sorry,
Still, it's Michael J.
is it like
Fox's documentary
a
that's on
documentary or
Apple
what?
TV. Wonka, I want to see. I was not interested in it, but there's a reviewer I follow, and his review really got me interested to wanting to see it. Iron Claw, we already talked about. I want to see that. Um, that's off the top of my head. Those are 3 that like people have been talking about that I'm like, oh, I really need to see that one. Yeah.
Uh, tell me. I know we talked about Dial of Destiny earlier, but tell me another disappointment. Just one more, and I'll tell you one.
Another disappointment of mine. Let's pull up. Oh, gee. Talk about a movie that I was so happy I saw more movies, because the last movie I wanted on my list was Creed 3.
Interesting.
I don't like it at all. I think the villains like turn changes the character, makes them a completely different character. It feels so forced. Rocky being non-existent in this movie makes no sense. I just really, really did not like this movie. And it's they're like, oh, we're doing a Creed 4. I really could care less about Creed 4. Like, I really am not interested in Creed 4. unless you get Stallone back involved in it. And again, I like the character of Adonis, but this movie just like is so weird. And like I said, it's really that villain twist that just like, again, I just feel like it's a completely different character from the one they were setting up, and it just, I don't know, man. That was just a massive disappointment because I love the Rocky series. I think the first two Creed movies were great, particularly Creed 2. I thought Creed 2 probably should have been it. I thought like it ended Adonis' story. He got this, he was fighting the son of the guy who killed his father. So there's finality to that. The way that Drago throws in the towel, like they're just, Rocky reconnects with his son and meets his grandchild. Like there was just a great finality. Whereas Creed 3 just feels like it honestly feels like a movie that had nothing to do with Creed, that they just said, yeah, we changed some character names. We could make this a sequel to Creed. I mean, again, Michael B. Jordan for his first directing debut doesn't feel like a unseasoned director, but ultimately just did not like it at all. What about you, Abe? What's a disappointment for you?
I'm looking at my list.
I mean, Dial of Destiny is my biggest disappointment, but that's just because it was my most anticipated movie of the year, and to be so on it, like it's like
No, go ahead.
like,
Finish.
It's just like it has to be, because for me to love the four previous movies, to just be like so I got Dial of Destiny for Christmas. My mom got it for me, and I, as you do, you put all your Christmas movies on your shelf, and I put it next to Indiana Jones movies, and I'm looking there, and I'm like, one of these things is not like the other ones. You know what's funny about Dial of Destiny, man? The back of like a Blu-ray box, it like describes like the plot of the movie. It'll be like, Mission Impossible, like Ethan Hunt is at it again, trying to track down, two halves of the key that can stop an AI, blah, blah. You want to know what the back of the box of Dial of Destiny is? It's literally just like Harrison Ford is back in the final installment of Indiana Jones, and he's on a rip-roaring adventure. Like, there's no mention of the plot or of Helena. You know why? Because no one could write a back of boxes like Indiana Jones depressed, divorced, and wants to die. Go watch this movie.
After a tough couple of years, Indy has fallen depressed and is divorced. Now he'll embark in an adventure with a woman she never met before.
With an English woman from a friend we've only heard about in this movie. And don't worry, Shane's English. Now, if this sounds like the plot of Force Awakens for Han Solo, it basically is. Watch James Mangold, director of Logan and Ford vs. Ferrari, as he approves once again why he's only as strong as the script he's given.
I was looking at my list, like my ranking of. I mean, you want to put one? I was maybe Napoleon, but I wasn't disappointed because I wasn't expecting a lot.
Dude, Napoleon was one of those movies that, like, you look at the trailer, like, oh man, this is gonna be one of the best. Movie just kind of came at once, I feel like.
Yeah, but you know which one? Which is a good movie. Kind of good, but like I heard a lot of hype coming from Sundance and stuff like that, and it's getting well deserved for some people. I was not that impressed by it. Academy Award buzz for the actress Greta Lee. It's called Past Lives. It's this really like small indie film.
Heard about it.
I like, definitely. Dude, everybody was hyping that movie online and Sundance and this and the perform. Dude, and I was so fucking disappointed by it. I was waiting to love this movie, and when I was not, and when I didn't, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
That
question:
sucks.
Did you see Poor Things?
Yeah. No, I haven't watched that one. I want to watch that one.
That's one of the ones I also want to watch.
Dude, it's one of those I hate this because you have your fucking whole ass Oscar campaign. Like, release these movies in September so we can watch it. Like, normal people want to watch. I know,
Yeah,
like,
no, for real. It is just like Jesus.
their market, their selling strategy is like, we wait for the Oscar nominations to come out and then we'll put all these movies in theaters so they can make their money back, which is a good strategy. I won't like, but like, make it available for the public.
Dude, look at the holdovers came out like end of November. Like
Yeah, and dude, it didn't come on theater near me, and I was really mad.
it was unlimited. Well, yeah, it was like, dude, so I saw it at the AMC I go to, and then I remember like 2 weeks later, I was like, I'm gonna go back and see it again. There was like one showing, and that was it. And I'm like, Jesus, like, and I wasn't able to make it because that's just what these movies do. Unfortunately, it's just like,
Yeah, and like I know, like I
you
mean,
know.
they're in the business of making money,
Well,
but
because they're unfortunately the thing is these movies are more interested in having a premiere in LA and New York so they can be considered for the Oscars and then make it out to the public. They honestly they only care about really when it comes to Academy stuff. It's unfortunate with these movies.
dude,
Again, and
like
look,
there's this movie.
Air was out. Air's a again, it at least was playing for I think like 2 weeks. It had a 2 week
No,
theatrical
Air
run.
was a wide release. Air was a
Yeah,
wide
it was a
release.
wide release. Like, it's just, dude, it's really just sad
Look,
that they do this
look.
stuff.
I'm just gonna put top 2023 movies of 2023. Okay,
Hmm.
let me see. So I have 30 of Collider.
Hmm.
We're just gonna drop Maestro. You can watch on Netflix. Nice. Priscilla came out in theaters. Nice. Dungeons and Dragons. We already talked about it. The Killer
Hmm.
you can watch on Netflix.
Netflix.
Talk to Me came out in theaters. Nice. Okay, let's go top 10 because now we're gonna fucking
Yeah, just go
call it
top
off
10.
day. Yeah. Okay, they have Past Lives #1. That shit never came out in a theater near me, bro. Never.
No, but Collider
We normal
saw it
people.
at some screening.
Oppenheimer. Yeah, they did. Poor Things #3. Dude, that shit is not gonna be available to the
Which
public
one?
of
I'm
all
sorry.
America. Poor Things.
Poor things.
And I bet you it's fucking good, great, whatever. Yorgos Lanthimos is an incredible director, has an amazing cast. I have no doubt the movie's great. But
Hmm.
like #3, and I cannot even watch it in the month.
Yeah, it's
The
yeah.
holdovers you already talk about it. Killers of the Flower Moon. Nice strategy by
hmm
look, Anatomy of a Fall. I'm not gonna say how I watched Anatomy of a Fall, but let's say it was not the most orthodox way
Lead
to do
the
it.
way.
The Zone of Interest. That movie, you cannot watch it anywhere.
We'll see. Okay,
Anywhere.
here's the thing. Like, so poor things I can see. The thing is, though, it's January now, and this is the thing. A lot of these festival movies, Oscar wannabe movies, is you can't see them November or October or December, but come January when there's really nothing coming out, that's when all of a
Yeah,
sudden
but
these things pop up.
you live like that place where you watch movies. Like you say, oh, it's because you're in Mexico. Okay, I get that. But I also
Mhm.
can cross the border in 5 seconds and be
Yeah, and
another
go to
two
the States.
theaters.
Yeah.
And the closest theaters that I may be able, I have to drive 1 hour. And guess what? I'm not gonna drive 1 hour to watch a
No,
movie
I
when I
get it.
don't have money to pay gas.
It's because ultimately, man, a lot of these Academy movies, they don't give a shit because I think unfortunately it's partially with the movie theaters kind of dying, but I think it's also they're just like if it hits big at the Oscars, people will just rent or buy it, and that's when we'll make the money on it. And it's
Especially like movies that come on like The Zone of Interest. I think that was from Cannes. Like the movie, people have been talking about it since May, and
Mhm.
it's really fucking. I know how it works, but it's
Yeah,
just
no, because you look
infuriating as a
unfortunately like
film
Air's
fan.
not really getting anything because it came out in February.
No, but I mean Cannes, like but it just I guess because Cannes you have to have like certain how you call it,
The important
like
fact
there's
is
some regulations about your
unfortunately,
film being released on.
unfortunately, these studios with a lot of these Oscar wannabe movies care more about the Academy and fucking Collider and what you call Hollywood Reporter and Variety seeing it, and not you and me. They don't care about you
Yeah,
and me
they don't
seeing.
kind of. Yeah,
You know what? That fucking sucks. Because look at how we talked about the holdovers. You know? I hope the holdovers gets nominated for Best Picture. It should. And isn't it
and you
cool
know
that
what?
because we were able to see it, are able to talk about it right now and not a post Oscars, hey, we checked out this movie that won a bunch of awards, was nominated, weren't able to see it when it actually fucking came out.
And then the pretentious assholes of film Twitter, which I never interact with, but I see the
Mhm.
comments.
Yeah.
When a 13-year-old kid, puts his top 10 films of 2023, and it has Avengers 7, The Return of Kang, in his top 3, because the kid hasn't been able to be exposed to cinema.
Yeah,
How you
no,
can with the kid?
again, it's yeah, no, because that's for it's
No,
like
dude, like, don't you think if we put like fucking Mongolian film, voila, sada?
even look at me. Even look at me. A lot of people would look at my list and they would be like, "Oh Jesus, wow! Look at he's got 3 superhero movies on his list, and he's got an action movie." And it's like, well, yeah, no shit, because unfortunately, those were a lot of movies that were readily available to me throughout the year. I'm sorry, like unfortunately, a lot of those movies were readily available to me. And again, it goes back to you're talking about the pretentious film fans. It's this shitty like looking down upon general audiences. It's like, it's like unfortunately because general audiences a lot of times don't know movies like Poor Things are coming out or The Holdovers or something. Like they don't know these are movies because you know what? You know what they spend their marketing budget on? Oscars like
That's,
campaigns.
that's why my sister goes to watch Gotti on theaters and says it's a great movie. It's like, bitch, that film is terrible.
Wait,
That's
which
why.
one?
Gotti, the one with John Travolta that plays
Oh,
like a mafia.
dude, I remember. So there's a kid that he goes to my church. He's a very nice kid, and this was when Gotti came out. This is when I was actually working at a shop, right? And him and his mom, they came on my line. He was like, and he at the time, I'm trying to remember how old he was. He was probably maybe at most 13, but he likes, like mobster movies, gangster stuff. Like he used to watch Gotham and whatever. And he was like, I saw that movie Gotti. And he's like, I thought it was super cool. And I'm just sitting there like, now mind you, I didn't see Gotti, but I knew everything about it. I was like, oh, that's cool, man. I'm glad you liked it. Because like, of course, obviously, that's all he's got. He's never seen The Godfather. Of course. But yeah, no, you're right. It's, you know what, dude? Basically,
Dude, that happens to me. Like, I guess it happens to people like us that watch a lot of movies, and this is pretentious talk with Avon, man.
but here's the thing.
Like when your mom tells you, "Oh, I watched the new Rambo."
Yeah, but you know what the thing is? Like, I'm not pretentious because you know what? I'm part of the problem too. Because
we're perceived as pretentious. We not necessarily are. I think we know way more pretentious film fans than we are. But the normal person, the normal American, will see like, oh, the way he talks about the holdovers and the way Alexander Payne holds the camera and Paul Giamatti for 3 seconds.
No, you're right. Yeah, they look at this as pretentious, and it's like we're not.
Yeah, and it's normal film friend talk. Like I don't think we like. Oh, the cinematography at the beginning.
Like we just love movies. Like I'm not sitting here. I'm not gonna sit here. Dude, fucking. I was on 2 episodes of Gone with the Wind. One of them was talking about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because Manny knew I loved that movie. Or was that? No, I was on it 3 times. Actually, the first time Manning just said he wanted to get me on. The second time was because it was fun, and then the last time was Star Wars, which obviously, like, but if you hear me on that, like, I literally say, what is it? I think, oh my god, you know what? I'm just gonna play it because it literally just sums me up when it comes to this stuff so well. I just gotta find it, but no, like, yeah, man, like, I know we might see, but I just love movies, man, and I love when movies can. I love when movies can do what the holdovers did. Like, fucking, like, life. I'm gonna shock some people here when I say, my life ain't really the best thing in the world right now. And so it's really nice when for like an hour and a half to maybe 2 hours, maybe 3, can just kind of forget about my problems, kind of watch some movies, maybe cry, maybe laugh, or maybe just be excited by Tom Cruise jumping off of a motorcycle and flinging into a moving train. Like it's just, but again, unfortunately, but
I just want movies to be horny again. That's all I want.
Well, that's you. Oh my god, where's it? Oh, here it is. Oh my god, it just describes me. It just describes me when it comes to this stuff so well.
All right.
Da, 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 da. I mean, if you'd seen the movie that was from, you would know what.
I think we've established on this show I don't watch movies.
I love that he used it as the intro. If you knew what movie that was from, you're gonna. If it was established on this show, I don't watch movies. Because for real, the couple of times I went on there and you guys would talk about this stuff and be like, "The fuck is this?" Like Mank. I was like, "The hell is that?" And then I watched it.
You ever watch Mank? Mank, it's really
Yeah,
good.
I watched it. I watched it because of that podcast, and I was like, Jesus.
Really.
I was like, the fuck was that movie? Oh my god. But yeah, no, it's been whatever. I love movies so much. I think I'm pretentious as fuck. I don't give a shit. You know why? Because I've met people who can talk this way about sports that they love. Like, you know what, man? Isn't that the cool thing when you have shit you love and you just are really passionate about it and you like talking about it? That's a really great thing. Movies are the thing
dude,
I'm
but it's so
passionate
fucking
about.
weird. I was gonna make
It's weird.
I was gonna make a really bad joke. I was gonna make it. That one is actually one I don't want to have it on record.
Yeah. No, you're fine. You're fine. Oh, Jesus. You know, when he made a 9/11 joke, and this is the joke he doesn't want on record. Be sure to not type it into the wrong comment section like I did that one time. But like the thing is I'm not gonna read it until we're off air.
Do it. I want to see your reaction.
Hey, you might want to have your Express VPN turned on. Oh wait, does the Mexican government track you guys like the FBI does?
No, it's
You're fine. You're fine. I always make that joke all the time when, like, there's just stuff where I'm like, man, the FBI guy assigned to me right now is really having a fucked up time.
So it's like,
you know the Simpsons movie? Scene to where it cuts to that, and it's just I always think of the one to where it's the guy listens to the woman on the phone with the pizza guy. It's like, can I talk about your meat lovers pizza? I think I'm ready to like pizza again, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to love it. He's like, oh my god.
that thing is my
Then it's you hang up first. No, you hang first. Okay, sure, hung up on me. But no, like, again, that's just me. I like when people are passionate about shit. Like, it's really, really fun when people are passionate about stuff. Even if I don't care about it, I like hearing people talk about the stuff that they really love. Like, it's a cool thing, and
yeah, me too. I'm like that.
That's why I like doing this stuff. The reason why I make YouTube videos is because of that. Because I like movies and I'm passionate about this stuff. And you know what, man? That's a cool thing when we can talk about the stuff we love and, be called pretentious because of it. But whatever. Remember, this is the eye you can look at. I love that. It's this one. We've also spoiled the shit out of Holdovers, by the way. If you haven't seen it, we spoiled the fuck out of the movie.
Matthew?
Whatever. Nobody watches this show anyway.
I'm having a lot of fun, but I really want to go rest.
Okay. All right. Well,
because I feel like shit.
Well,
not that much, but
yeah, no, I get it. I understand. This was a lot of fun.
I want to go blow my nose.
I don't think we're gonna have nearly as many fucking ad breaks as we do this week. Oh my
Hey,
god!
dude,
I
have
felt
you
that
watched
like
fucking
yesterday now.
NFL games? Have you watched NFL games? There's an ad every fucking 30
No, but I've
seconds.
watched Taylor Swift highlights of NFL games. Talking about NFL, how about that Aaron Rodgers, huh? I saw
Dude,
that
he's
shit
fucking
today.
injured.
I saw that shit today. I
Oh,
was like,
with
I thought it was
Jimmy?
a joke at first, and then I was like, oh no, this is real. Yeah, the Jimmy Kimmel Aaron Rodgers thing. I don't care about sports or Jimmy Kimmel, but I would like to see Aaron Rodgers fight Jimmy Kimmel on air. That'd be fun to watch. Also, can we just for a second, we're talking about the Oscars and Jimmy Kimmel. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of his,
Yeah.
but I'm questioning why they're having him host again when the last two Oscars are the lowest. Like last year's Oscars was like the lowest viewed in history. So why do you think Jimmy Kimmel is a good host if he clearly isn't bringing in people to watch the show, ABC? I'm just saying.
Wait, something before we leave. Do you like Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, I like Dave Chappelle.
Have you watched his latest special?
I haven't watched his latest special. Why?
Because it's so fucking funny. I watched it yesterday
Yeah.
and it's fucking
Dude,
incredible.
he's hilarious.
And it's because I just
love
so
Dave
clever
Chappelle.
to it.
Yeah. All right.
Bye.
Well, this is Simple
Bye.
Tricks and Nonsense. We might be back next week talking about Iron Claw. Or Abe may not have any discernible interest in talking to me next week. It's a real gift.
Hey, it's not that I don't have interest. It's that I actually, dude. It's look at this. It's
care.
8 p.m. You know, like it's 10. Like
It's
if we start the
10:30.
show, if we start the show at fucking 8 p.m. my time, I would be willing to do it. But we start the show at 5 p.m. Sometimes I have to do shit, even though I don't have a job. I woke up
Yeah.
at 1 p.m. You know, my day barely started.
But unfortunately, we can't start too late for me because I do, in fact, have a job.
Exactly.
Unless
That's
we
why
do
we're
it on.
gonna-
Unfortunate. Well, if I gotta work on.
We're gonna
Tuesday
start
early-
doing OnlyFans.
Yeah. No.
Not you and I together. Like we're gonna. I'll explain to you after.
Zac Efron's greatest performance will forever be High School Musical 2. Bet on it.